Juba's High Scores Challenge, Season 6, Round 2 of the season. Just doing this one off the cuff really because the World Cup's going to start soon. But quickly get this commentary done on my run, which I've just completed early this afternoon. Well, about 10 minutes ago in fact. Anyway, yeah, the game is Alien vs Predator by Capcom, classic arcade beat 'em up. It's one I really enjoyed back in the day. I remember it being in the arcades, and what I suppose what grabbed me about it is like it's like a beat 'em up like Final Fight or whatever, but you can shoot stuff as well, and there's all these cool weapons and things. So just the idea of shooting stuff in like a beat 'em up just made me think, oh, that's brilliant. You know, I can just like shoot everything. Seems easy, yeah. In a way, it's a bit more forgiving than some games, but of course, it's still a very good challenge as well. So after playing it more and more and getting addicted to it, really, it's possibly one of the favourite sort of arcade beat 'em ups I think I've played. Maybe the favourite, if not one of them. Anyway, the game itself, I've sort of whizzed through the intro and the character select thing because I mean they're very nice and they set the scene. But I sort of doing repeated runs and screwing things up and restarting, so I didn't want to sit through that every time. So here we are on my actual run. I've tended to go for Lieutenant Lin Kurosawa because no, I find she's quite fun to play. She's got a lot of sort of jumping moves and stuff. Like the gun thing, it's pretty good for dealing damage as well. The Predators I find, yeah, they're good for like hacking stuff up, but I kind of use certain moves with those. But I suppose each character sort of like tend to spam a few moves, but I don't know. Yeah, I just like Lynn. What can I say? Anyway, onto the second level, and yeah, there's all these cool pickups like this rocket launcher gun and stuff just to take out the crowds of aliens. The aliens are really good as well, just in terms of like, the design of them as enemies. You kind of do get that sense of being swarmed at various points in the game, and their attacks always just like slightly catch you off guard. So you'll be quite comfortable beating them up or shooting them, and they'll just get a cheeky bite or a tail whipping, or like some of the ones coming up here, they sort of jump over your attacks and slot onto. So like it really adds to the tension of it all. Using Lynn's sort of fireball attack there to sort of do a bit of crowd control, but not too successful as I got a hit there. So that by the way is like holding down fire button, then after a couple of seconds releasing it, and it unleashes that fireball like so. I'll explain some of the other moves as I'm sort of going through them as well. Each of the characters mostly have sort of like variations, like sort of down, up and attack usually does a type of special move with certain characters. Like with Lynn here, you can sort of link that into your normal sort of like punching combo as well. So there's a good bit of variety in this. Plus you've got your sort of like special sort of like get out of jail, sort of like press both fire buttons together to sort of do a spinning attack, which takes a little bit of energy off, but sort of clears the area around you. It's got it all. And yeah, that was me doing it just there, as the sort of punching into the down up combo, which is like punch, then sort of down up, and it does that rising kick thing. One thing I didn't sort of point out so far is that if you've got a full energy bar and you collect food or health pickups, then you get a stack of bonus points. I was able to do that a bit early on. It certainly gets a bit tricky from this point on in terms of keeping your health intact. There's a little trick I'm doing now as well, like normally when you run out of gum, within it. It takes a while to reload, just where you're sort of standing there, like she does the reload. But if you fire your last shot whilst you're jumping in the air, and you hit reload when you land, you can actually sort of move again straight away. So stops yourself getting sort of frozen in place whilst the enemies just swarm around you. If you're using your gun, just get that last shot off whilst you're in the air, hit the reload button, then you can just start moving around again whilst you wait for your gun to reload properly. Yeah, so I got the Super Infinite magazine now, which lasts for 9-10 seconds. It's a safe option once you've got that. Slight bit of difference to normal shot is that you can hold it down. When you've just got your normal shot, there's like a slight pause between each sort of like set of rounds you fire, which can leave you open. But if you get the Super magazine pickup, you can just hold it down and you're pretty much safe as long as you just point in the right direction. Okay, kind of like a bonus bit here. You just like sit on top of the ABC there and just shoot everything coming at you. There's one particular alien, yeah, that one, which kind of that's the one which if you shoot the energy bar goes down. But to be honest, you just want to be shooting at everything really anyway. It's a bit funny this one. Sometimes I can just get through it no problems, perfect energy, no hits. Sometimes just take a bit of a beating like on this one. Okay, yeah, things start getting serious about now. This is kind of like, once you've played the game a lot, you'll start sort of sailing through those first couple of levels fairly easily, although I was having to do a lot of restarts today. But I'd say this level is where if you take a couple of hits at the wrong time, then yeah, things can go south pretty quickly. So it's kind of like, got to be on the ball. It's got 25,000 points just for that health pickup. Also had full energy, so yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, using the rocket shot thingy. On some of my earlier ones, I was using as like a predator disc. You can pick up the start of level, and I was using that, which was at first I was thinking was the better option. But on this run, I think because I accidentally sort of like let the disc go, I ended up with this. But this is probably actually better for this bit, I think. That little sword thing I did there was something by accident, just a double tap forward and just kind of like lunging attack. Very useful in certain circumstances. Just a little anecdote as well. When way back in the what would have been would have been about early to mid 2000s. I was started a new office job at this place, and that's by the by in a way. But around that time, I'd not played games like this for ages, and I didn't have a PC or MAME or anything, and sort of really missed those games, and I had my PlayStation 1 and stuff, which was like great, still loved that to bits, but hadn't been able to like relive these classics in any way. But I was talking to a colleague, and he was actually able to get me this sort of CD, which I don't know. I guess it must have just had MAME installed on it or something like that. And although I didn't have a PC, I was a bit cheeky and used the office computers when everyone went home. And of course, this was the first game I fired up, and it was brilliant. I loved it. Yeah, it was fantastic. Unfortunately, apart from the odd occasion I had access to someone else's PC or the work PCs, I didn't really get to play it till I got my own laptop some years later. But all set up with it now. Yeah, it's usually about this bit, and just that bit got past a minute ago. It's just like it's usually where I lose my first life. It's a bit strange because I suppose it's just some of the enemy patterns, really. Because on the one hand, it just seems like there's a few aliens here and there, but it's like it usually ends up taking the life of me, all that. In fact, I even get to get that health pick up there with full energy, which gave me like a massive 20,000 points. So very nice. Yeah, those defender enemies as well. Sort of, they made their first appearance at the start of this level. New type of enemy. They can kind of block your standard attacks and your bullet shots as well. You can kind of like keep shooting like I'm doing here, just to sort of keep them at bay. I'm playing it safe here, really. But you can sort of cut through their defences with either the lunging attack. Or the fireball attack, or the rising kick as well. So. Yeah, as you'd expect, each enemy's got its own movement patterns and sort of attacks and things. Like with those warriors, they're generally quite predictable, but if you see them jump back, that's a danger sign, because they're about to spit acid at you, which covers quite a lot of the screen. The smashes there, they start like nodding their head when they're about to just gear up for a charge. Yeah, accidentally let the disc go there, which is again that was a mistake. I pressed fire again before it actually got back to my hand, so I missed the catch. Yeah, just about caught by that acid there, and it takes a fair bit of energy off as well. So all of a sudden I'm down to less than half energy. energy get too low. Sometimes just get a couple of hits and before you know it, boom, gone. Yeah, a bit careless there. Okay, and here we are. Wait. It's the Alien Queen. This isn't the final boss, by the way. If you get in the right position, which isn't actually too hard to do, you can just keep on doing the rising kick over and over again, and you can actually take off most of the energy without getting hit, unless you just unluckily sort of like happen to fall into one of the enemy's attacks. So I'm kind of screwing this up a bit here. Pulse Rifle takes a lot of energy off, and how's about that for a finish? A sliver of energy left. Alien behind me takes a swipe just as I unleash my fireball after using the bully ammo on the Pulse Rifle, which was just enough to take the Queen out. So that's a dramatic finish, that was. We did it. Well, nearly. Okay, and yeah, the enemies switch from aliens to humans here. I'd say these are more annoying in a way because I think psychologically, yeah, you're just thinking like aliens are bound to be more dangerous and stuff, and like pathetic little humans, you can just like mow them down, but it's not quite as easy as that. And sometimes it's a bit tricky. A lot of them have got various items, and sometimes like the screen just gets littered up with them as you're mowing them down. And sometimes when you press an attack, you're picking up weapons. I mean, you can normally sort of like get through it, okay, but it's just like I prefer fighting the aliens, and there's like little things as well where. I know this is like with some of the weapons, but like with the smart gun, you just need like a little bit of distance between yourself and the enemy when you shoot. Minor gripes, but yeah. Yeah, a bit stuck there. Sort of used up last time in bullets, sort of just standing there, which yeah, did not want to be standing around reloading and rolling around like that. Yeah, fortunately, there's those turrets there, so just did a big jump in advance just to get clear of those. taking a bit of a beating there. That help clear them. Yeah, that special attack is very useful. It's easy to forget about it, and like if you're a bit of a perfectionist like myself, sometimes you don't want to lose these like little bits of energy doing moves like that, but it's definitely worth it. That was like also just made my first big mistake there as well, which is like I actually was trying to avoid that, but it was picking up the medikit, which gives you a full health recharge, because you can leave it on the screen whilst you're dealing with the power loader here, but I messed up and I picked it up when I had mostly full energy, so that was bad. Basically making a bit of a hash of this boss here. Yeah, that flame's got quite a reach in it. Yeah, pulse rifle does take a lot of damage off. So got it, which I was happy with, but yeah, sort of could have done without losing that life really. If I would have just left the medikit on the screen, that would have been fairly straightforward, and I bodged it up a bit anyway. But yeah, I suppose this leads me to just in terms of like the run on this over the last couple of weeks. Although it's one of my favourite games really, it's unfortunately I've had just a very, very busy couple of weeks, so I was able to give it a couple of practice runs a week or so ago, but literally the last 7 days or so it's kind of been like not much time at all. So today was like my first opportunity to for a week to give it a proper go. When I have played it before, I have actually managed to get all the way to the final boss without losing a credit, and when I saw this was announced I was thinking, great, it's going to be my chance to sort of knuckle down and one CC it, but spoiler, I don't get that far, so maybe another day. I've got that burger there. I'm not sure if last thing you want to do is move too far ahead and scroll the burger off the screen and stuff. Didn't give me that much energy anyway. Yeah, not quite sure what happened there. I might have been trying to do a special, not had enough energy left, but basically that level was just a bit of a mess up. Yeah, not good, and hadn't really sort of got enough to sort of that far often enough to practice it. I mean, I had done ages ago when I played it, but in terms of this high score challenge, unfortunately I've not had too much time to practice the later levels, but I was very pleased to get past the Alien Queen, and getting past the power loader was a bonus for me really, so could do better, but in the circumstances I'm delighted. So that's my run.